Welcome, Laurelwood family. Merry Christmas. Hope you've been following along in the I Am book that Coach John gave to you all. We've been in the Old Testament learning about all of the different names that God has, like Elohim, El Shaddai, Jehovah. Well, today, I get to introduce to you a very special name. So, come along with me. Follow along as we learn about this special name that God has. Way back in the very beginning of the Bible, in the book of Genesis, when God created the earth, he made people and he made a garden for us so that we could be with him and live with him, speak with him, walk with him. But when we sinned for the first time, we had to be separated from him. We had to be separated from him. And ever since then, he's been trying to make this promise happen. He came up with this plan for us to finally reunite with him. And throughout the Old Testament and all these stories that we've been learning about, it's been about God trying to make that plan come true. And we hear of Joseph and Moses and the prophets, and they were all a part of making this plan happen. But before Jesus was born, there were over 400 years of silence, 400 years where they did not hear from God at all. That was just 4 seconds of silence. Can you imagine 400 years? Well, I bet you can imagine 400 years. We've been kind of going through this difficult time, this pandemic and this quarantine, where we haven't seen some of our friends and some of our family, where we haven't seen our schoolmates, and it just feels like maybe we've been alone for what feels like 400 years. And maybe you're feeling like, God, where is he during this time? And maybe you have prayers where you're asking him right now, and you don't hear from him. Well, I wanted to encourage you, because after those 400 years of silence, when he finally spoke, he gave us Christ. He gave us Christmas. He gave us Jesus. God with us. Immanuel. That's the name we're talking about. Immanuel. God with us. When Jesus was born, he was born in kind of a stinky manger in a roadside inn where all the animals probably slept right there with him. And what I'm trying to say is that Jesus is for us, not just for the really rich people or the powerful people, but Jesus is for all of us, the poor people, the people that are hurt, the people that are suffering. God is for all of us. And so I want you to remember that they went for over 400 years without hearing from God. And right now you might be feeling that same way. It's been a long time since you've heard from some family or friends, or maybe even your prayers. You've been praying to God and you haven't heard that answer. Well, I promise you that God is listening and that God is with us this whole time, because he sent his son Jesus to be with us. And that's what we're celebrating right now. So as you go into this Christmas season, remember that feeling that even though you might be feeling lonely, you might be feeling tired of all this, that God is with us right now. Jesus is with us, Immanuel. All right, and I hope to be with you guys, with you kids soon too. Bye.